Hey guys, so I have a little spur of the moment vlog today. I wasn't planning on making one, but recent events have come to light and I thought I would make one to tell you guys that I got asked on a date. And some of you probably already know because I was kind of freaking out about it in the sidebar, in the chat box. But yeah, I've never been asked out on a date before. Yeah, I haven't. I've been asked for my number and stuff, and people have like told me they like me, but I've never actually been asked on like a proper date, not even to school dances. So I'm excited for this. The only thing is that it's a guy who lives on my floor. So if things don't work out, that could get a little awkward, but it's okay. I can live with that. We are adults. Um, so I guess I'll tell you a little about the situation and the guy. His name's Matt. We are in the same college, and so we have some classes together. He's in my writing class, and I guess he's also in my big lecture class because everyone in my college is in that lecture. Um, and he's in my econ class. And at the funny thing, the beginning of the year, I didn't like him at all. In fact, I kind of hated him and thought he was a pompous douchebag. Funny how that works out, isn't it? He went to an IA school, which is like International Academy, where they do IB programs. IB is International Baccalaureate. Uh, and he came off like he was so smart, like he was so cool. Like I went to an IA school, and I was like, fantastic. I don't give a shit. Um, but after a while, that like sort of wore off. I think he realized that congratulations, you're not the smartest person. In fact, I'm pretty certain I'm smarter than him. Don't tell him that. Actually, I think he knows. um, and so after class, the class ends at 7 o'clock, Mondays and Wednesdays. So after class, a big group of us will go down to the cafeteria downstairs and get dinner. And at first, it was like a big group of us, but now it's kind of gotten down to the point where it's like six of us sometimes, and sometimes it's just four of us, and I'll be the only girl. But because of that, Matt and I have started talking more, and we became pretty good friends, and we just get along really well, and we talk a lot in that class. And then I started sitting next to him in econ when I wasn't sitting with my roommate, and we'll just like laugh. I mean, he was telling me about how we got really drunk this weekend and kind of passed out, so that's nice. I know, but he was like talking about how much he regretted it and how he's like never drinking again, and I was like, sure. So I would just like give him little jabs about that throughout class, and then we walked home. I mean, yeah, walked back to our dorm after class together, and we were in the elevator, and when we got out of the elevator on our floor, he stopped me, and he's like, hey, Elizabeth, I know this week's pretty... okay, I'm actually trying to quote him word for word right now. He said, hey, Elizabeth, I know this week is pretty busy, but would you want to get dinner next week? I was like, yeah, sure. I don't know why, but anytime someone asks me, like, when they come to me, like, with romantic propositions, I guess, I don't know how you should call it, I always say sure. And that's like the stupidest thing ever, but I just like freeze up. I'm like, sure. Like, I don't know. Sure's my go-to. But yeah, so now I'm excited about that. Though I do have to see him tonight in class and at dinner. So I feel like we just crossed that line where like once you sort of admit that you're interested in someone, things get a little awkward for a while until something actually happens. So I'm a little nervous about that. Luckily he's not in my critique group, so I don't have to deal with him then. But yeah, I'm excited. The only problem with this is that I'm still hung up over the guy back home. So that's kind of a problem. Because I like this guy. I like this guy. Like, I do. I think he's a good guy. He's funny. I'm like moderately attracted to him. That sounds bad, but I mean, if I was like really attracted to them, it means like, man, they're just like gorgeous. But I mean, so that's not an insult or anything. Um, but I don't know. I guess when someone else likes you, it makes you like them more. I feel like that's the truth. And that's kind of how I feel about him. So that sounds kind of like a negative. Like I'm trying to talk myself into liking him, but it's not true. Like he's a good guy. Um, but I mean, I'm willing to see if this works out. So, and it's just a date. But the only problem is But this guy back home, I'm totally hung up over because I like this guy so much. Like, I honestly feel like if situation worked out better, if we were in a situation in which we could be around each other, that it might actually work out on the long run. And I don't mean long, long run as in like we're gonna get married, but like we could be in a relationship because we have so much in common, and I am ridiculously attracted to that guy. Even some people think he's kind of weird because he has like crazy big hair, but I don't know, I like it. Um, and we're constantly flirting, and we sort of had this plan to do some stuff when I got home for Christmas break. Don't judge me. Uh, but now, like, if something happens with this guy, I can't like do that in all conscious. So, kind of hung up about that. And I mean, I see that guy, the guy back home. Like, I will see him over Christmas break, and then possibly over summer if I go home for the summer. But besides that, I mean, I'm not going to see him more than once or twice a year, so I know there's such an improbability of anything happening in the long run. And I'm just like, I'm just hung up because he's one of the few guys I've like done anything with. Um, don't get crazy ideas or anything, but and I'm just like really physically attracted to this guy, and mentally and emotionally, but like I don't know, it's just confusing. And I know that this guy, the one who I actually live with, well, I mean not live with, but like live on the same floor. The guy who's here like makes so much more sense because he's here. Um, but it's hard to move past someone that you're so like hung up on. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but wish me the best. I will talk to you guys later. Sorry if I got really quiet in this, but I can hear someone outside, and so I don't want to be really loud because I don't want them overhearing my conversation. I think it's probably my RA putting stuff up on the bulletin board. But anyway, talk to you guys later. Bye.